Hi, everybody. Today I am here to accept the We Are Resilience campaign started by my friend Ricky Kidd. Most of you who watch my videos should know who Ricky is by now. He is an exoneree who served 23 years in prison before he was exonerated only about 8 months ago. And so now Ricky is using his voice to help others who have been wrongfully convicted and to just help bring positivity and strength to other people. So he was resilient because he overcame a wrongful conviction, but you can be resilient in a lot of different ways. And so he doesn't want to make it just about being wrongfully convicted. He wants us to share our stories of resilience. Now, I'm going to do two videos. First off, because this one's going to be way longer than a minute, because I want to explain first the reasons why I really am a fan of this campaign. And I I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So I'm going to be doing two videos because I'm apparently maximum strength resilient and indecisive. So I'm doing two of them. I am going to be challenging. I'm going to tag about 10 of you or so that I know have been resilient in your lifetime. And if you want to share your story, that would be great. Just use the hashtag weareresilience. If you don't feel comfortable doing a video, you can just share a picture. That's what I did to start off with. Or you can just write up something. Just use the hashtag weareresilience when you do it. You'll notice on the side here, I actually have the pamphlet from Ricky's challenge, so you can see what you need to do. So we are resilience. I am resilience. Hashtag those things when you do your video or put your picture up or just tell your story. Now, like I said, you don't need to feel like you have to do it. You don't have to give a lot of detail. If you want to say, hey, life has thrown me a lot of curveballs, I persisted and I hit them all out of the park because I am resilient. There you go. There's your video, and it will definitely be shorter than mine. Okay, so thanks to Ricky for starting this. I actually am a big fan of it for the reasons, and the reasons are that it's something positive. There's just way too much negativity, especially on social media right now. So it's something positive, something that can actually uplift people and not just make them so depressed and down. It's also something that everybody can participate in. It doesn't matter what your socioeconomic standing is, your political beliefs, your age, your race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation. Everybody has had to overcome something. So everybody has been resilient at some time in their life. It's not something that is just for adults either. Kids are welcome to participate as well. If you got a C on your report card, your last report card, and you worked really hard and you got an A this time, that's demonstrating resilience. You had a goal, you had an obstacle in front of you, so you made a new goal and then you achieved it by working hard. That's being resilient. So, I mean, anybody can do this. It's not just something for adults to do. Kids should be proud of their resilience as well. So this is my first story of resiliency. I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. I don't want to get into details, but I went through significant trauma when I was younger. I went to therapy when I got older, and I really thought that I had dealt with all of it. And then when I was 28 years old, I was very active in my kids' school. I was part in a lot of committees, and I actually was involved in building a new library, and I did their website, and I took my kids to all of their lessons, and very active and involved. And then one day something happened and my world just turned upside down. I was triggered. I didn't really know what it was at the time. I just knew that I was in trouble. Luckily, I got back into therapy pretty quickly before I started spiraling out of control. And that's when I learned that I suffered from PTSD. And it was a battle. It was a battle. It was a good year before I was able to do anything. Like, I had put up this wall to protect myself when I was dealing with the trauma. And when I thought that I had dealt with all of the feelings and emotions that went along with it, turns out I was just burying them or hiding them. I was compartmentalizing. So when this wall came down, it's like I felt every emotion that I hadn't allowed myself to feel before, all of them, all at once. And it was crushing to me. I spent a year in recovery trying to just get through. And I mean, I didn't even feel like a complete person anymore. It took me a long time to even go back into society. So I just didn't feel like I didn't feel complete. I didn't feel like a normal person. I felt like if I went out, everybody would see my secrets, and see everything that I was going through. Now, it's certainly not the same as being wrongfully convicted for 23 years, but it is still a form of prison. It's just that it's a prison that's in my head for 45 years, or close to that, because it's something that never goes away. You just learn to deal with it, you learn to cope. But the one thing I've always said is that I'm serving a life sentence for somebody else's crime. And in that respect, Ricky and I have a lot in common. But that's all I want to say about it. Um, I have PTSD. It was a rough road, but I made it through because I am really, really resilient.